when it comes to skating, dedication is something that I think every single rollerblader out there understands. You can't be involved in a sport as low profile, but as exceedingly risky as a sport like rollerblading for as long as most of us have without understanding the concept of dedication. Tonight, it's about 5 degrees out, it said on my phone while I was out doing these tricks you're seeing. And lately, though it is cold in the Minnesota winters here and snowy, it has been getting up to as high as the 30s, sometimes the low 30s, high 20s, and that's very manageable if you've lived here most of your life. But in a sport like skating, dedication being what it is, I was going to take a night off and just decided, no, just put the skates on, get out there, do at least one trick. That's part of the sport for me, so that was good. So the topic of this is slowing down, something that you'll see in this edit. I do a lot of the tricks. Uh, Once for the original to land, and then the second to work through and land better. Now, that is something that growing up I was never able to do. The moment I started trying a trick, I would immediately start to freak out. What if we get kicked out? What if a cop or a security guard shows up? Will I get to come back? Will I be motivated when I come back? All that would start rushing through my brain, and I would start to lose focus and control. Something I'm doing now is learning to take a deep breath before every task I go through in life, not just skating, but everything. Taking that deep breath, thinking through what I'm doing, and following it through to the logical conclusion is a great way of kind of harnessing your energy and getting your mind right when you're in times of crisis or in times of fear. Now, that is something that can be translated to both skating and regular life, and that's an amazing thing as well. How about this for plans changing? I was actually out at about 3 in the morning to go look at something else that I skated quite a lot lately, one of the curbs. And as I was walking by this church, which is about a block from my house, I realized that I'd been meaning to skate this thing for quite some time, but hadn't gotten around to it for a while because, one, it is on a main road where there are a lot of cops coming to and from because I do live fairly close to a police station, and two, it's simply not something I would have filmed tricks on for video or anything because I'm a mediocre ledge skater at best. But it did give me a chance to skate something that I hadn't done recently and do some fairly cool tricks. Now, it is uphill going one direction and extremely narrow going the other, but when you're out skating solo by yourself at 3 in the morning, that usually isn't the most important thing. So, this is an example of plans changing while out in the middle of the night and managing to come up with something even better than what you were going to do before. So, that was very cool. Growing up, we would read in daily breads and boxes and from our friends about how skating was this great way of fixing your mood. If you were down, it could put you in a better mood. I never understood that. I took skating so seriously. I was so focused on progressing and building a name for myself that I forgot how to take skating for what it was, which is an amazing hobby that you can do to make yourself feel better when you're down, or to push yourself and challenge yourself in ways that aren't just about tricks. I am now 21 years into my skating career, and I've rediscovered that passion, that love for the sport that can take my mood from negative to positive in no time flat, all because I can put my skates on and do the simplest of tricks and just realize that it's what I was meant to do. And I know a lot of people feel that way as well. It's a beautiful thing, like I keep saying.